Oh, my sweet kids, my sweet kingdom of schmarks. I'm so sorry I'm late, but things happen, and when life throws you stuff, you just gotta roll with it. You can't do everything you want to do on time, but at least you're doing it, and that's what's important. What's up, everyone? It's MCZX here, and we are tackling round one of the Mae Young Classic. I know I was supposed to have this done by Tuesday, but things happen, as I said before. There will be spoilers because I'm reviewing the show, and by now you should know who is in the finals. So don't be surprised if there's spoilers on who won which match. This is kind of a recap / review just to get everyone up to speed before the big show on Tuesday. So let's get into it. These are all 4 episodes, by the way, for round one. Here we go. So, the commentary team is JR and Lita. It's an interesting group, but after a couple matches, you're going to get tired of hearing them. I did anyway. I would have preferred if it was 2 women on the commentary team. If it was Lita and Renee Young, or Alundra Blaze and Renee Young. You know, have women do everything on the show instead of bringing in JR. Not saying JR did a terrible job, but I know he could do a better job. It just seemed a little off his game, you know. And Lita, I swear JR and Renee Young would have made a better combo instead of Lita and JR. That's that. And another thing I have to point out is some of these themes in this tournament, or classic, or whatever we're calling it, they're absolute dog crap. Just terrible. I have a thing where the theme has to match the character. And if the theme doesn't match the character, I'm not going to invest in that character. Like Sage Beckett, for example. I think Sage Beckett is supposed to be a witch, and she came out to this really generic theme, and it didn't summarize a witch. It didn't encapsulate a witch. It was just like, oh, I'm Sage Beckett here. The Dudley Boys trained me. Woohoo, woohoo. I didn't see how that made her a witch. If you're going to give me a gimmick, you have to have music that fits the gimmick. Just saying. But with all my little gripes out the way, let's talk about the matches. So, episode 1, you had Kaylee Ray versus Princessa Suhei. I had a hard time saying her name the first time I saw her. I kept calling her Suge Hit the first time I saw Suhei, but we got it all cleared up now. This was the first time I saw the theme not matching the gimmick. You had Kaylee Ray come out to this princessy pop crap when we just called her hardcore daredevil. She should be coming out to something that she can mosh to, or the match between the two was pretty good. It was a great way to start the show, and it started with an upset too, because I had Kaylee Ray going all the way to at least round 2 or the quarterfinals, because, you know, Kaylee Ray's pretty freaking awesome. But Princessa Suhei won, and I didn't see that happening. I didn't see that coming. So, there, that was that. Serena Deeb versus Vanessa Bourne was quite boring to me. To me anyway, it was boring. I wasn't invested in that match. Serena Deeb's cool and whatnot, but I just wasn't there. Boring match. Serena Deeb won with the spear. Now let's talk about Shayna Baszler, man. Oh, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't that familiar with her work. I did know of the trifecta. I knew about Mercedes Martinez through Nicole Savoy. Nicole Savoy was at a Wildcat Wrestling show, and that's how I got exposed to her and her little clique. I knew Shayna was in the group, but I never seen any of her matches because I'm not actively seeking out wrestling every week. I have a life too, you know. I'm not going to just go, oh, wrestling on the TV 24/7. No. I did look up some of her stuff on YouTube, but I never seen a full match. And man. This match made me fall in love with Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler versus Zeta was great. The theme started to get better at this point because Shayna Baszler's theme makes perfect sense. And Shayna Baszler completely manhandled Zeta, man. Just ended her, choked her out, kind of did a suplex or a falcon arrow into a rear naked choke. I don't know what that's called. I think it's called a driver or something, but I didn't get the name down. I didn't write it down, but I think I love Shayna Baszler now, and you're gonna love it too. And if you hate Shayna Baszler, what the hell's wrong with you, man? She's freaking awesome. And for the final match for episode 1, Abby Lathe versus Jazzy Gilbert. Let's just call it Alpha Female. It's Alpha Female versus Princess Kimberly or Abby Lathe. And what a match. What a freaking match. That was the best match episode 1. The winner of that match was Abby Lathe. I really was expecting Alpha Female Jazzy Gilbert to go far in this tournament, and she didn't. And I was pissed, to be quite frank. But there was respect at the end. It gave me goosebumps. It was a great way to start this entire tournament. Kind of flip your expectations on its head. So if you expected someone to win, nope. They could probably get eliminated in the first round. So in episode 2, you have Mercedes Martinez versus Zai Lee. And Mercedes Martinez is a veteran of the game. Also in the Trifecta gang. You should know. Gang, Trifecta. You know what it is. And pretty much, I like Mercedes Martinez, man. I really do. She is a character. She was mocking Zai Lee with the Karate Kid pose. I like her. I like her a lot. Zai Lee was impressive too, but I believe Martinez's finisher is called Welcome to the Jungle, and Zai tapped out to that. So that was the end of that match. Mercedes Martinez advances. Next up, Marty Bell versus Rachel Evers / Ellering. I gotta tell you guys, I was very disappointed in this match because I know both of them can work better than that. It was sloppy, very ugly and sloppy match. I know what happens. It's not every match is going to be a 5-star match. Not every match is going to be perfect. But at the same time, I would appreciate the girls that definitely know how to work, like Marty Bell and Rachel Ellering. I'm calling her Ellering, sorry. To put on better matches, and they were just kind of off tonight. There was a weird spot with the Fisherman Spine Buster. Looks like she was trying to do a Fisherman Buster, and it turned into a Spine Buster. Marty did hit Jeff Jarrett's stroke, and the crowd was like, boo! So clear GFW with that one. And yeah, Rachel Ellering won, and she advances to round 2. Rhea Ripley versus Miranda Salinas. Rhea Ripley looks like Noelle Foley if she was taller and Australian. I'm sorry, it's something I cannot unsee. She does look like Mick's daughter, 100%. And I wasn't really familiar with Rhea Ripley or Miranda Salinas, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her work. By the way, Rhea Ripley said something along the lines like, I'm one of those mosh kids. So I'm expecting her to come out to like a Seth Rollins-esque theme. No, she comes out to something she can't mosh to. It's like a 90s hard rock or alt rock song. And it was weird. I didn't like that. It was a good match between the two. The winner was Rhea Ripley with a full Nelson Slam. And you're probably wondering, full Nelson Slam, why? Go look at how tall Rhea Ripley is. It will make sense. Trust me, it will make sense. And the final match was Mae Young versus Sarah Logan. I really miss Crazy Mary Dobson. This Sarah Logan thing is not working for me, guys. I like Sarah Logan. I like Mary Dobson, but I prefer Mary Dobson over Sarah Logan any time of the day. I'm sorry. Mae Young is like the AJ Styles of the tournament. Why did I write that down? I don't know. I don't know why I wrote that down. Maybe because she hit a forearm in the match. But Mae Young won with Eat Defeat. Nothing too crazy on episode 2 of round 1. Pretty standard stuff. Episode 3, Aisha Raymond versus Toni Storm. Woo! Awesome stuff. I'm glad JR mentioned that Toni Storm was the first Progress Women's Champion. I was going to be pissed if we didn't acknowledge that because she did make history. Toni Storm is only 21 years old. Like, let that sink in. She hasn't even hit her prime yet, y'all. She's only 21 years old. Amazing. Aisha Raymond is not bad. She has potential and she can move, but I think I need to see more of her work to really have a good analysis on her, because I don't have one right now. And Toni Storm won with a roll-up. after a mistake Aisha made. So that was cool. Kavita Devi versus Dakota Kai. Listen, I hope they sign Kavita Devi. Yeah, she's got something there, man. I could see her either in a bodyguard role or, a monster heel if trained properly and NXT or something. But Hard KD should stay. And Dakota Kai, the big dog, Dakota Kai, the big dog, the biggest of dogs. She is the big dog. Is the Bayley gimmick done correctly? The girl next door who could kick your ass, and it doesn't come off too childish, but she does have the appeal to children and adults as well. Like, she's really bubbly and nice and cool, but when she turns it on, man, she turns it on. And that's what she did in this match. She beat Kavita Devi, or Hard KD, as she calls herself, after a Chono boot in the corner and a double foot stomp. Good stuff, good stuff. It was a classic big person versus little person match, but Dakota Kai goes forward into round 2. The big dog moves forward because she's the biggest dog, the big dog. Next up, Bianca Belair versus Sage Beckett. Bianca is the best est. She's the cool est, the smart est at everything. And Sage Beckett, like I said, is spooky, but doesn't come off as spooky. She's supposed to be your witch or shaman. And Lita said something funny about, oh, you want to meet a shaman? JR says, I could have a show, JR and the Shaman. And then it made me think, I'm like, making an animated show, JR and the Shaman, bring it to WWE Network, only air 5 episodes, and never talk about it again. How you doing, Camp WWE? Sage was trained by the Dudleys, if you didn't know. And JR at this point is repeating the same thing in every match. It's single elimination, and one person wins, the other one goes home. I get it, JR. That's how tournaments work. Yeah, I really wish Renee Young was here, because she wouldn't keep saying the same thing over and over and over again. Anywho, back to the women. I'm not too big on Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair wins with a spear over Sage Beckett. I didn't understand why her finisher was a spear. I would think it had something to do with her hair, because she does have this long braid. It's all good. It's all good. Bianca Belair won. She's moving on to the second round. And in our main event for episode 3, it's Piper Niven versus Santana Garrett. Awesome. I like both of them, so I was torn. I wanted Piper to win because I'm a fan of Viper's work, and I do like Santana Garrett, but I'd rather see Viper go forward than Santana, because by now, WWE should have signed Santana Garrett. I would have signed her. She's too good of a wrestler to still be on the indie scene. And the same goes for Viper. I would have signed both of them on the spot and have them go to the quarter or the semifinals. But no, we put them against each other now. So the match was good. It was good. I don't think anything has topped that Abby Layth Jazzy Gilbert match, but it was a good match. Piper Niven wins, or Viper won with the Viper driver, and I really think Piper could take the whole thing, but Episode 4, the one episode that eluded me for so long because I got busy, I didn't have time to watch it. Here it is. Candice LeRae versus Renee Michelle. It was so obvious Candice LeRae was winning that match. I didn't give a crap about what Renee Michelle was doing in the ring. I didn't really pay attention to what she was doing. I knew it was Candice LeRae. I'm like, this is Candice's moment. It's time for Candice to finally be recognized, for the world to know what we all know, how badass Candice LeRae is. And also, it was a sweet moment that Johnny Wrestling got to see Candice wrestling. Tainara Conti versus Lacey Evans. Ugh. What a snorefest between Renee and Natty's love child versus that USO dancer. My God. All I know is Lacey is a mom and Tainara does judo throws. That's it. Lacey won with, looks like a variation of the Dude Buster. Lacey Evans moves forward. My girl, Queen of Suplexes, Nicole Savoy versus Renea Gonzalez. Team trifecta all the way. You already know. Nicole didn't really do any suplexes in this match due to Reina being the larger woman, but Nicole did win with a cross arm breaker. I was okay with it, but a little bummed out we didn't get any suplexes. And here comes the best match of round 1. sorry, Jazzy and Abby, but Kairi Sane versus Tessa Blanchard. Oh man. What an awesome showing between both of them. I wish the match could have went longer, because if it went longer, I'd probably be more satisfied. I'm a little mad it ended short. To me, it ended short. It didn't feel like it lasted long. But that's just me. It's just me. Kairi Sane won with that fantastic elbow drop. She brought it out, y'all. The reports were saying, oh, she can't use the elbow drop because Velveteen Dream does it. And Eric Young uses it, so she can't do it. She teased it. She did it. It's a thing of beauty. Amazing. Kairi Sane wins. And that's it for round 1. So here's how I feel about round 1. I think the people who are obviously going to round 2, it makes sense to put them against the lesser known names like Candice versus Renee Michelle and Rhea Ripley versus Miranda Salinas. But I didn't like putting people like Abby versus Jazzy. It did put on a good match, but you want to see both of them go to the next round. I know I did. It's the same with Tessa and Kairi. I didn't want either one of them to lose. Especially Tessa. I knew Tessa wasn't going to win because Kairi is going to get pushed really hard in this tournament. But at the same time, man, I want Tessa to be in the finals or the quarterfinals. She freaking deserves it. She's a hell of a wrestler, man. It's the same with Santana Garrett. The same with freaking Sarah Logan and Mia Yim. Like, when you put these two women against each other, it's tough to root for one because you're a fan of both. It's different if you don't care. It sucked to see one of your favorites advance and another one leave and you never see him again. I hope some of these girls that lost get signed to NXT at least, especially Tessa. Come on, guys. Tessa needs to be on the big leagues, man. She needs to be in the big leagues. But, hey, timing works in weird ways. Maybe now's not the time, but it's whatever. That was round 1. Round 1 was okay. It was okay. I'm not going to say it was like mind-blowing. You had like 2 great matches. Abby Lathe and Jazzy Gilbert and Kairi Sane versus Tessa Blanchard. Those are your 2 standouts. I would watch both of those if you have the time. But that's it for round 1. You know what to do. Smash the like button. Smash the subscribe button. Share with your friends. Talk about it. Rewatch the Mae Young Classic again. It's fun to rewatch this stuff. I'll be honest. I've seen episode 4 twice now. I didn't get bored despite knowing the outcome. Maybe research some of the women that you've seen in this that didn't make it through to the next round and learn some stuff about them, because I think that's what I'm going to do. That wraps it up for this. I'll see you in round 2. Talk to you soon. Later, folks. Bye-bye now.